Hey, Brian Monnier, California Yoga Company, and I just got kind of done doing my yoga practice, finished a meditation, so I'm a little groggy and nice and relaxed. But I wanted to take a second because at the end of it, I had this instance of kind of remembering the process of what happens when you're in pain. Right? I got into my practice and my training with yoga because I had a real bad back, I had a real bad knee, and I was told by every doctor that I went to that I needed to have surgeries, I needed to get on medications, and I just knew that wasn't for me. And I know that it's a thing for a lot of the people who come and train with us. They start in terrible pain. We for a really long time we've been the go-to studio for anybody who really they're at the last of the hope for getting better, right? And I wanted to share a result of one of my clients. She's actually one of our best success stories, and she's since not hasn't been coming so much because she's gotten a lot of really great results and she's gotten back to being super active. But her name is Mitzi, and Mitzi was a client of mine a couple of years back who, when she walked in, she was, oh man, so bad. She walked in with a cane up the stairs to my studio when I was on California Street, completely stoned on painkillers, in tremendous pain. She was on blood thinners. She was 30, 40 pounds overweight, easy. She was in the loop that you get into when you're under the medical care of people who, they're very qualified, but their first inclination is to medicate you or to put you through surgery to heal or make you feel better. Now, Mitzi also had some significant surgeries. She had, I believe, 2 knee surgeries at the time. She had a massive gallbladder surgery in the 80s that left her with a gigantic scar across her abdomen. She had multiple back surgeries that had left her nearly debilitated. And she had just found out that the leg bones in her hip sockets, the femur heads, had shaved down to a flat surface, which was horribly painful. So she walked in and she asked me if I could help her. And I told her, yes, I can. I knew exactly what to do. Our bodies are really simple. And, her past surgeries and the ones that she did end up needing, because you can't, when your bone goes out, you're going to need to get that corrected. That's not a muscular tendon or ligament thing. That's a structural thing that does need to be corrected. I can't do anything about that. But our bodies are really simple. When you exercise the right way, that's not necessarily just exercising hard. You may have to exercise soft. When you eat really well, you eat clean foods that are good for your digestive process and how you break down food when you eat it, and you adjust lifestyle habits like not sleeping enough, working too much, your body will begin to heal itself. It's very simple. That's the solution, right? Especially if you're in chronic pain. Chronic pain is often a result of poor lifestyle choices or stuff like, I also have people who their lifestyle choice was to work a lot, right? They do 14-15 hour days. They choose to do that, and after a couple years of it, their body starts to break down, right? Now, like for instance, like a nurse, I've had so many nurses over the years. It's super tough when you have that career, because especially if you're doing the swing shifts where you're doing where you're not getting sleep in the middle of the night when you're supposed to. Those are all choices, and I've had people have to completely change careers because their health becomes more important than the thing that they've been working on for a really long time. And Mitzi in particular did an amazing job when she was working with us. You can read about her on our website. She dropped 20 pounds in 6 weeks, which she needed to do for the surgeries because they wanted to take off a significant amount of weight off of her before they put her under the knife for her hips. She ended up lowering her heart medication, and I believe she eventually got completely off of it. She completely got off of her pain pills, which was a big goal of hers. She was on some pretty hardcore pain pills for a really long time. We helped her prep for her first hip surgery because she had to have them both done. She had her first hip done, right? And then as soon as she could get back, at 12 weeks after the surgery, she got back, and the rehab process went so well that usually the type of surgery she has, they usually like to wait a full year. They only waited 3 additional months because her body was doing so well, right? So the process that we use really works. And time again, the solution is always find the right way to exercise, the correct way for your body to exercise. Adjust your eating and your lifestyle habits, right? And put repetition, intensity, and time into it. It's very simple, really simple. When your body is working optimally at a level of, like, it just works better internally, the external heals itself and you become regenerative. Your mindset starts to improve. You become attractive to the universe. And the pain that you're experiencing eventually, so it doesn't go away right away. I got to be honest with you on that. With chronic pain, it's usually it should be a slow improving overall slope of improvement. And what will happen when you know you're on the right path is the time of pain, how long it lasts, gets shorter and shorter, and the time between when you get hurt gets longer and longer. You can get some results in 30 to 90 days. That's kind of the beginning benchmark. But to really have a real transformation where it's one that's going to stick, it's going to be about 1 year. Because you need the time. What often happens in this process, is that, people start feeling better and they do the worst thing that they can do. They go back to old habits. In your first 90 days of anything, make it so that you repeat that pattern every 90 days. So the habits become discipline, right? Then discipline becomes lifestyle. When you can get past the first 90 days of whatever you choose to do in a dedicated way, and remember, when it comes to your hatha yoga, when it comes to using yoga as a vehicle, or boot camp, or any modality of physicality, 3 to 5 times a week minimum. You got to do this stuff a lot because it's got to be a lifestyle change. It has to be done with repetition and intensity. If you're doing things once a week, it's not going to work. You'll feel a little better for like a day, but eventually you just haven't put in the training to make it part of your body, right? So just know that it's a journey. This is why they say yoga is a journey, because it is. And it's worth it because you are worth it. So I'd like to encourage you today to make some time for yourself. Go out today, after work, at lunch, whenever it is, and just go to a yoga class. Go to your exercise class. Go do something physical. Leave work early. Especially if you're in the Bay Area, your employers will want you to do it because they know that you operate at a better level when you're feeling better. They get more productive time out of you when you feel better. And working 15, 20 hours, you're not going to be productive all that time, man. You're just not. Most humans can't keep that up. It's just an impossible bowl to fill. So I hope this feels helpful. if you resonate with the story, and if you need help, remember, the solution is really simple. Implementing the solution is what I can help you with. Let me know if you need any help. Just reach out, message me, make a comment here, share your story with where you're at. That's usually the hardest part, like just admitting that you're kind of fucked up. Like just admitting that, like, I'm in a lot of pain and I'm not okay with it anymore. And that step leads to a next step, which leads to a next step, which will lead to you eventually, oh, I got a pimple, doing better things in your life. I am going to go teach some yoga, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.